right, it is finally here. Season 2. I know, listen, persons have been saying what's going on. You know, we thought you guys would come back, but we are here.
Yes, we are.
And it is our talk show series. So, again, if you thought it was just going to be us talking, those days are gone. So, in our talk show series, we're kicking it off tonight with the topic, keeping it together.
All right.
Keeping it together.
I like that.
And yeah, keeping it together.
Let's
Sing, baby.
Let's stay together. Loving you rather.
Yeah.
Well, listen, you gotta have to pay to hear me sing. Let's go. So, we have a guest tonight.
Yes, we do. But before we get into introducing the guest and, you know, getting to know them and their, you know, tips and advice, we just want to touch on the topic, keeping it together. And the reason why we brought it up for season 2 is because we have been seeing a lot of couples that are easily now giving in the towel. Easily.
Yeah.
You know, in a year of marriage, you know, 3 years of marriage, 5 years of marriage, and more now than ever you hear them saying, you know what, I'm done with this. You know, there's no, what do you call it? Give me the word, my baby. Give me the word. There's no, cause there's no
stick-to-itiveness.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So nobody wants to stick it out.
Nobody wants to stick it out for
Nobody
real,
wants to work through it. Nobody wants to, you know, compromise.
Yeah.
So that's where we are now. And we decided to start this season with this topic. Yes. Because we do realize that, sadly, it is a major issue that's affecting marriages where at the very first sign of something going wrong, the first thing to do is to run.
They want to pack it up and go. And nobody, and again, I'm not saying this is for everyone, but what has come to us daily, especially with Entangled now, persons are calling us, they're saying, you know what, I've had enough of my marriage and I want out.
Yeah.
Now, what do you mean you've had enough of your marriage? In the vows, you said for better or for worse. So it shouldn't reach to a point where you say, I've had enough of my marriage. It should be the point, it doesn't matter what hell is breaking loose in my marriage, you should still have that mind frame, I am with this person forever, so I'm going to always find a way to fix it.
Yeah, yeah.
Always find a way to fix it. So that's how we came up with the topic, keeping it together. How can you keep it together? Even though it's so hard. It's the hardest thing to keep together when you want to strangle your spouse.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think one of the issues is that we have options, sadly. And people, we do, when we have options, we have that false sense of, you know what, I'm not obligated. I don't need to put up with this, I don't need to put up with that, because guess what? The young lady at the coffee shop is giving me the time of day. You know, there's someone at work that's complimenting me and you know, laughing at my silly jokes and whatnot. So we believe.
Asking if you eat lunch. Did you eat lunch today?
Yeah.
You know, did you get something to drink? Why are you working so late?
Right. So we believe that because we have a little bit of attention somewhere else, that you know, it's automatic that we should just forget about everything else.
Yes.
Forget about or the person that you made a vow to. Right? And we should just get ourselves now tied up in, you know, that 20%.
Yes.
And that's a serious thing.
Yes.
Because oftentimes we walk away from our 80% because the person that you're with, you know, it's not that they're that bad, you know, but there's that 20% of that person that you just can't stand.
Yes. It may be more than 20%, but still.
Regardless.
Exactly.
You're with that person for a reason.
For a reason.
Because if the person was that bad, would you have been with that person in the first place?
No.
I doubt it.
No.
So it means that there is good.
Yes.
Right? So yes, no, you're seeing the bad side, but you also said for better or for worse.
Exactly.
But no, you're seeing the bad side.
And you don't, and you don't want to stick together.
You don't want to stick together.
What's the word?
Stick-to-itiveness.
Stick-to-itiveness.
Yes.
You don't want to stick it out.
Right.
You don't want to keep it together. Keep it together. Even when it's hell. Even when it is going haywire. Try to keep it together.
Yeah.
You know, this week I was listening to this African preacher. she goes around, well, she teaches couples and women. And she is 61 years old. And she was talking about bringing variety to the marriage.
Right.
Bringing spice to the marriage.
Right.
And she was telling the ladies that you need to switch it up. She said men like variety. Switch it up.
Yes, we do. Absolutely.
Yeah, switch it up. So she was talking about what you wear on Monday versus what you wear on Saturday. She said, yes, sometimes you must come up with a spaghetti strap, and sometimes the shorts, and then sometimes the long dress, and then the makeup, and then the earrings. So you switch it up. So she was bringing that out in her forum and saying, ladies, this is how we try to keep the men entertained. This is how we try to keep the men, the eyes keep coming back to the wife. The eyes, even if the eyes wander, even if the eyes go elsewhere, he will say, okay, hold on, but my wife look like that.
Yeah.
If I go home, I see that. I see the lingerie. I see that nice sexy body. I see the makeup. I see the nails. I see it at home. So that is also another thing in keeping it together. Because a lot of us women, we do get comfortable and we do say, why me can't bother? I'm tired. And but he knows me make me dress up, but he knows me stress out and I'm tired. We need to be done away with that.
Yeah.
My husband always tell me, say, boy, you keep putting on these things.
Yes.
And when him stress me, he said, but I'm going to stress you because you keep putting on these things.
Yes. That's the whole point. And I believe that a lot of ladies, they do dress up to go out. That's fine. But to us men, you're making that extra effort for somebody else to see you. Mm-hmm. And you would not make that same effort at home.
Yes.
So why not dress up at home just for him?
Yes.
Because when you dress up to go out, to work, to wherever, right?
Yes.
You're dressing up so somebody else can see you.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, that is
How
true.
about dressing up at home?
Yes.
Put on the heels at home. Because sometimes I want to walk in the kitchen, and see stuff high,
Yes, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, man.
Yes.
Heels on your shorts.
You want to be able to tap that.
Man.
Right?
Yes, man.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right?
of course.
So you need the shorts, and you need the, all that. I mean, the long dress all the time, and the hair one comb, and that's a problem.
Yes.
That's a problem.
But my husband knows there's a time and place for everything, There's a time when the hair is not right.
I'm not saying...
When you want to cream, I want to wash. Ladies, can I get an amen?
No, but I'm not saying... No, I mean, let's be real. I'm not saying that... you're doing house shows and whatnot. I'm not going to expect it to look like a diva, right? Though I would mind, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, in reality,
Yes.
right? I do expect that every now and again, right? Bear in mind, we are busy people,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
You come home, you're tired, just want to take a shower, go to your bed or whatever. But every now and again, make that extra effort so that the person that you fell in love with, you'll be able to see that person again. You know why? Because when you were dating, you were making that effort. So whenever you saw him and he saw you, you were well dressed.
Yes.
You were hot. You were spicy.
Yes.
Right? So he would be all over you.
Yes. I went to bust a little secret about my husband. The other day I hear him telling my daughter. My daughter was in a yellow dress. And my husband said, Jasmine, your mom needs to tell you about a yellow dress. I was like, why are you even telling Jasmine? Say, yes, that time you're hot.
Yes,
so when we were courting,
dress.
there was this yellow dress. And he would love that yellow dress. So he's like, Jasmine, I'm going to tell you about your mother and that yellow dress.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that dress is now. I tell him I need to find back something like it. Because I want to keep it together.
Yeah. Because the truth is...
Keep it back tight. Keep it back how it was before. It may not be the exact way. But try to keep it together, even when things are going haywire, even when financial difficulties are there, even when you're angry because maybe he lied or he was dishonest or you were dishonest. Go back to keeping it together. Yeah. What brought you guys together? The stick to itiveness.
Stick to itiveness.
Whatever brought the bees to the honey,
right?
Need to keep bringing the bees back to the honey.
And also keep the honey flowing.
And keep the honey flowing.
So why after marriage the honey dry up?
Yes.
I don't know. You catch it with the honey, They catch him with the honey, but all of a sudden, no, the honey dry up.
Yes.
I don't understand why.
Yes, and then the harshness, because that's what I'm picking up a lot with couples that would call me and I talking. They're so harsh to each other.
Yeah.
Like, there's no babe, there's no honey, there's no caressing. What you want? What you call me for?
That's frustration.
You know? I'm like,
I think
why?
that's because the situation that they're going through now, they're going through tough times and they're frustrated. They're going through stuff and they snap at each other. They're not nice, they're not patient, they're just not, you know. So we have to find a way, especially us men. Because we lock down, you know. We lock down and then we start to bark.
I'm grunt.
Yeah, man, and grunt, right? So we have to find a way to let it out, communicate that, right? But in a way that it doesn't come across as if you are the problem, even if you're the problem.
Yes.
Because sometimes you are, you know.
Yes, I'm
That's true.
Very small time. Very
a lot of times, right? That's the reality. No, but one of the things I realized is that the whole idea of keeping the relationship fresh, it gets lost on this generation, I believe, and younger.
Yes.
Right? So we want to continue to do brand new things.
Yes.
Every day. That doesn't make any sense.
No, they don't want to be, as you said,
options,
because I can't forget about you because there's another man down the road.
Right.
I can forget about you because there's another woman down the road. So persons, and you know what, guys? It's not even the young ones only, you know. I mean, persons that have been married, and I think I said it in a few episodes far back. Persons that have been married for 10 years, 15 years, all of a sudden is getting up and like, you know what? There's somebody else down the road, there's somebody else at my door that wants me or wants to treat me better, right? But for me, why are you going to give up certainty for uncertainty?
Right.
So as you said, keep it together. Keep doing things that are, what do you call it? It's you did it in the first part of your marriage.
Right.
Keep doing it.
Right.
But even today we're talking about it. What you did in the first 5 years of your marriage, it may not apply. No, may not apply now or even in the 10th year or even in your 7th year. You just have to find a way to switch it up. Find the variety to keep it together.
And you know, it can apply. It can apply because if it worked back then, it's possible that it can work now with changes. Yeah. Sometimes you got to modify it because, I mean, as we were saying today, you know, you get home from work and because it's just both of you, you can't wait to get each other out of the clothes, right?
Yes.
And so you know, from you hit the door, the passion starts, and you just, you know, you're ripping each other apart, right? No kids come in the picture. Sex stop for some couples, you know.
Oh yes.
There's no sex anymore for some couples, right? Or the sex has to be, you know, on a schedule.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, yes, the kids are in the picture now. And things probably won't work or flow like they used to. Be creative.
Yes, you have to be creative.
So now you're gonna be on a schedule, so to speak, because you're on the kids' schedule, you know.
Yes.
You're on the kid, whether you like it or not.
You're on their schedule.
The kids' schedule, right?
Yes.
So now you're on their schedule, but you can also be creative in doing so.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You help each other. Help out each other to get the kids to sleep, to get them, you know, going to the bed early and whatever.
Yes.
And when the kids go to bed early and whatnot, then you can enjoy yourself.
Yes, in a secret.
Yeah, you have to pinch. You're gonna have to pinch it, you have to be creative.
So quiet. Which is awful.
Oh my God. I know, right?
Yes.
Jesus. You know?
Yes, we won't even get into that part.
Yeah. But sometimes you gotta get really creative. But sometimes you have to send them to country too.
Yes, man.
Send them
Thank
to
the
grandma.
Lord for Miss Joyce.
Oh Lord,
Joyce helps us out a lot.
Right? Yeah, because sometimes you really wanna rekindle that.
Yeah. And you want the time alone. You want that time. And you know, when we do send the kids to the country, it feels like we're on honeymoon or it feels like we just got married.
It does.
Because it's like just a reset. Even if it's for a week, it feels like we just got married.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's a nice feeling. It's a very, very nice feeling.
Yeah.
And it reminds you of why you fell in love.
Exactly.
Right?
And how it was when you fell in love.
How it was when you fell in love.
Yeah. Because the truth is that, you know, we get older, things change, situations change and whatever. But the love does not have to change.
No.
It should just grow stronger and better and more resilient.
Yes. So that is our little nuggets or nuggets, you know, before we invite our guests tonight, and they're already coming in. So that's that's just our nuggets. Keeping it together. Go back to what you did before when you were courting.
Right.
Go back to what you vowed. Go back to it. Don't and take the idea out of your mind. Oh, you know what? He can go. There are others waiting. Keep it tight.
Yeah, that doesn't
Keep
work.
it together.
It doesn't work.
Keep it tight. Keep the love tight. Keep the communication tight. Keep what attracted you to each other. Keep it tight. And then ladies and men, do what you need to do. You know, the other day I also heard us saying, you know, one of the preacher guys, I forget his name, he was saying, love is not what you feel. Love is what you do.
Yeah,
he says, doing the right thing, even if you don't feel like it.
If you don't feel like it, yep, that's it.
He said that is the love. He said, gone are the day. Oh, I don't feel the love. I don't. He says, no.
I think that's a problem, you know. We all up in our feelings too much.
Too much Hollywood.
We all up in our feelings too much.
Yeah, man, yes.
So we lose that sense of responsibility.
Yes.
Because that's what it is.
That's exactly what it is.
It is responsibility. And if I'm responsible for ensuring that I provide you with this, it doesn't matter what hell is breaking loose.
Yes.
It's my responsibility to provide this.
Yes. And honoring the marriage.
Yeah.
Dedicating your time to the marriage. So if you know you're supposed to have your date nights, stick to the date nights. If you know you're supposed to help in any way, shape, or form, go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So again, that's our little nuggets, and we're going to go ahead. My husband is gonna go ahead and introduce our guests tonight.
All right, so we're just gonna welcome at this time a very young couple like ourselves, Andrew and Nickisha Muir. We have been friends for a while, and this couple, they are very stable.
Yes.
And that's why we chose them.
Yes.
Because not that they don't have their own issues, like every couple they have their issues, but they've been consistent.
Right? Yes, and we can brag about them a little bit, you know, because that's why we chose them first to be on our talk show series. They are so good in keeping it tight and keeping it together.
Right.
We have never seen them sweat. And between themselves.
Right.
We've never seen them sweat. We've never seen them, even if it got rocky, nobody knew.
Right.
And they've been married for 9 years. And I am sure they've gone through their little bit. But we are proud of them, like really proud of them. So many persons have been married. Young people have been married and they lose it. They're gone and they cheat and pregnant for other persons. But this couple, Andrew and Nickisha Muir, we wanted them to come in and give us a little bit of advice for the public. You know, tell us what worked for them. Yeah. And just anything else they want to share. And we ask questions as we go along.
That's right.
And they can go ahead and ask us too. So welcome, Andrew and Nikki.
All right.
Thanks for having us. All right. Good night, everybody.
All right. Yes. So the first question, Nikki, Andrew, what exactly did you guys do to keep it together despite all the challenges? Because, I mean, we know that there were challenges. What formula did you use keeping it together?
Well, yes, you know, as in every relationship, we'd have heard about challenges and all of that. We'd have had our fair share. And, you know, for me and both of us, we just try to keep things simple. And then, you know, even like your tagline there, you know, God, marriage, family. So, in that order, you know, we try to always seek God first and his guidance and direction. Yeah. And then for us, we made a conscious decision that this is not a trial and error.
That's right.
It's not a trial and error. So whatever it takes, it is going to work. Whatever it takes, we're going to work it out.
Yes. You know, you said something very powerful just a while ago, Andrew. When you said God, you ensured that you had God at the center. Do you believe that we are having the issues that we're having now with the many broken relationships, the many broken marriages, because we no longer have God at the center?
Yeah, I think persons sometimes lose their focus, and then because of that, now they just go off course.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think so too.
Because
And when you look back at it, you know, God has a plan, and likewise, the enemy has an agenda.
oh yes, oh yes,
Any opportunity he gets to strike an imbalance, he's gonna do that. So
That's right.
we're gonna have struggles, we're gonna have challenges, but then we can't keep it together all by ourselves.
right.
So we have to rely on that source.
That's right.
Yes, we will, sidewalk sometimes and all of that, but there are issues. Yeah, man.
That's a real way to put it. No, for real. That's a real way to put it.
Yes. But you have to get back to that source. You have to get back to what you originally started out to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, I think that's what it is.
I think I hear you were saying something about stick to it.
Stick to itiveness.
What you find happen, just a little side scenario.
Yeah.
If you leave home now to go downtown and there's a detour, it might take you a little longer.
Right.
Then you still have to stick to where you're going.
That's right. Right.
That's
Stay
right.
the course. Stay the course.
Stay the course. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So we want to know, and I think that is one thing I look on. Nickisha goes on the work program,
Yes.
and she's away for so long, and a lot of marriages fall apart in that window.
Hold on. Even while they're together, while they sleep on the same pillow every night, they're falling apart.
They're falling apart, and one is away for a period. Yeah.
Right.
And you guys manage to
Yes.
keep it together. I think we need the wider public to hear just some tips, right, on how you guys kept it together even when one was away.
Yeah.
And maybe some couples can learn from this tonight.
Right.
That you have your partner every night in your bed and you're falling apart, and you, Nikki and Andrew, you go through a period where one is away and you still manage to come back and have it together. So we want to hear some tips and for others. How can they stick together, keep it together, even in a scenario like that?
Yeah.
I don't know if you wanted to go first.
Alright. So yes, God is the center of it, is at the head of it. Besides that, or should I say below that, definitely our communication. We communicate like every single day,
That's it.
the entire day. Because I remember sometimes I have to be at work like at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, and that's US time. US time is sometimes 4. And even that time when I am getting ready to go to work, Andrew is up here in Jamaica.
That's right.
So he'll be up, and then even if I have to come in like work late or something, he'll be up until I reach in, and alright, I'm reaching now, I'm in now. So
yeah,
it's just communication throughout the day. Randomly, we just like on break time, he's on the phone. During work, we're on the phone, either like a quick call or a quick text or whatever the case may be, but through the entire day, definitely communication.
Yes, I love that.
If I may just jump in here, I'm just making some notes as I go along because I'm just grabbing some keywords that you used just a while ago, Nickisha. And you said communication, but what I hear coming out really is care and attention.
All right, that's right.
Though you say communication, and I do understand that communication is a major part, right? But when a man can get up at 4 a.m.
3 a.m.
3 a.m. because of the time difference, right? To ensure that he knows that his wife, which is halfway across the world, is okay.
Yes.
And is on time for work. and is walking with her through the process,
Yes.
because you understand that the distance can cause frustration,
Yes.
and it can cause you to feel like you're alone and whatever. But when somebody makes a sacrifice to get up at 4 a.m., 3 a.m., to be with you as you go through getting ready for work, you know, that I believe that will remove, you know, depression and
Yes.
the
Loneliness.
loneliness and all
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Right? So, you know, I that's a very, very common thing. Right? We don't do that anymore as men. We don't care like that.
No. I'm sure if you ask 100 men, maybe 2%
No, for real.
would get up at 4 a.m.
For real.
just to talk to their wives and just to ensure that, honey, you're okay getting
No,
to
no,
work.
no, at 2 a.m. they're probably texting somebody.
There you go. That's all right. That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Andrew could have been texting somebody else, calling somebody else at that time of the morning.
Yeah.
That is so true.
So I honestly, Andrew, hats off to you.
Yeah,
sir.
man.
Hats
Kudos,
off to
man.
you.
Kudos.
Because-
Kudos.
Go ahead.
Yes, so it's kind of something that would have grown with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, she was here working before, and then it's kind of basically that system that we have in place. You know, let's say she was out, I'm home. You know, you're not at ease until she actually gets home.
Yes.
So it's basically the same whether she's here or not. It's like, this is my responsibility, this is my duty.
That's right.
The concern is there. Is she okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, sometimes to ensure that she doesn't, you know, oversleep,
Right.
because, you know, we tend to just be a little bit late sometimes.
Hold on. Push pause a little bit. Are those shots being fired?
Some reasons why I would do that.
Oh, okay,
Because,
okay.
If she's here, I would not try that. All right. So it's basically the same thing. So
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
You used a word just a while ago, Andrew. Duty.
Responsibility.
Duty.
Yeah.
Duty. You're dropping nuggets here and there and everywhere, you know, boss. That word duty. Yeah, do we really understand? We go back to the Bible with regards to how we should, as men, love our wife.
Yes.
Right?
And love includes protection.
That duty
Yeah. Love
is what
includes
comes to the
security.
surface
Yes.
in those tough times, you know.
Yes. It's not the love now, you know. It's not okay, do I love her or not?
It's the responsibility, the
That's
duty
right.
that comes to the
That's
fore.
right. Yes. Yes.
Which is what we're seeing being modeled here.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
We are you have options, you have choices, but you get up at 3, at 4 to ensure that she's not late for work.
Yes. I can tell you.
That is admirable.
I can tell you again, Andrew and Nikki could have taken a different route.
Yeah.
Where when she's away, Andrew have a whole different
Life
down
Yes.
here. Nikki have a whole different life in the US.
which is by the way, which is very common even in the church.
It is very common.
Even in the church.
And then when you come back to Jamaica, you come back together and live as
Yes,
husband
ma'am.
and wife. But once one part is away,
Yeah.
you have your side chick, you know. And then Nikki would have our side man, right? So I'm telling you, even in the church,
Yes, yeah. It is true.
even the church is there.
Yeah.
Even the church is there. So what other tips? Tell us what worked for you apart from the communication. And this is separate from you being away or in Jamaica. For the 9 years, tell us what worked for you or what is working for both of you now. Why?
Yeah,
how
that's
you can
what
keep
is working, 'cause
right, yes.
They're obviously
How
still
you're
keeping
it together.
Right?
I'll backtrack a bit to the previous question. One other major thing that we did during the work travel arrangement. So like halfway during the season, we tend to get miserable.
Of course.
Yeah. Home is home. Home is calling.
Yes.
I get miserable. I'll be there. I will get miserable. So we say, all right. We realize that this is what's happening. So what we did, we said, all right. Halfway during the season, he's gonna come up, and we normally spend like a month or so together.
Yes.
Even if I have to go to work, he'll be there. He'll bring me to work and whatever. We make arrangements, and then that just kind of give us another reset another boost.
Yes.
Come back home.
Yes. I love it.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
So you made arrangements ahead of time because both of you want this to work.
Yes,
Both of you want this to work.
yeah. And then for me, you know, reserve. We really try to keep it simple, and I find that the simple things work. You tend to remember the simple things easier than the more complex things.
Yes.
It has worked and it's still working for me. So I think we'll continue. Yes, and I must say we'd have had good support team.
Yeah.
Good support team.
Yes.
Family, friends, church family. So you know.
Yes.
And we have persons who would have been to our strength, persons who just check up to ensure that everything is okay. If you ever needed someone to talk to, you know, you can find a reliable and all of that. So, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, Andrew, on the flip side of that statement you just made, I see where marriages go through challenges because of the same thing, but in the reverse. You have people around you who add value to your marriage, right? And you see oftentimes that there are a lot of persons around couples that take from them, tear them apart.
Tear them apart.
So every move, you want to spend some time with your family, your wife, and the kids. And every move you move, you have a tail.
Yes. It's true.
And every time you have an argument, there is a referee.
Yes.
Right? Every time you have any sort of ill feeling or whatever, there's somebody saying, he couldn't talk to me, so you know. And right?
Giving their 2 cents.
So, is it safe to say that choosing carefully, I know you guys are very private,
yes,
and much like us, very, you stay to yourself in that regard. And if there's somebody around you, it must be somebody of value. Would you say that your choice of input, if you will, into your marriage is what helped to kind of deter some of the negatives that would cause the marriage to be torn apart?
Well, for us, first and foremost, our challenges, as you know, we keep them to ourselves.
Yeah, that's just us. Like,
yeah.
So we have to work it out.
Yeah.
We have to work it out.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what it is. There is not a third party. There's not a referee.
Right.
A person maybe look on and say you might not look like you're having a bright day and maybe trying to hint at something. But all right, that even if that is the case, that's not for me and you to discuss.
Exactly.
That's right.
That's not for me and you to discuss.
I like that.
Very
That's
good.
not for me and you to discuss.
That's right.
In other words, mind your own business.
That's right,
I love
man.
it. I love it. We need to get that job more often. Andrew, big job in it. Listen.
That's right. Yes, man. Put them in them place. Because all I want to do is butt in now to give some foolish advice.
Right. Because guess what? The truth is, though, you know, I know you're not finished with the statement, but the truth is that a lot of times these referees or whatever, they're gonna input the wrong thing in your marriage because they're jealous sometimes, you know.
Oh yes. Let's talk about that.
Not to cut you or like that, but there was a conversation at work just a few days ago, and in the final analysis, the consensus was that you have to be careful who you take advice from, because I cannot be advising you on how to keep a relationship when
You don't have
I myself have what
Hey.
is called
Tell me about it.
Listen, I probably need to vacate the seat and allow you to come and host the show one of these days.
You give advice. How can you give advice?
Right? When your house is tumbling down on you.
And they want to tell you, say, listen,
my
man, I've been
gosh.
through it. No,
Yeah.
you can't give me
Hey,
advice.
if I were me, you know, that could work with me, you know. Right?
Persons who genuinely mean you well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
then you have some persons now trying to let our simple life work for us. We really don't have the space for any extra baggage.
And the drama,
no,
right?
no. And
Yeah.
and I like how you say simple.
Mm-hmm.
Because yes, a lot of us we put pressure on the marriage. You know, you try to compare yourself to other couples.
Yes, yes.
Right? And you try to live a particular lifestyle and you pressure each other unnecessarily.
Right.
So as you said, live a simple life.
Yeah.
Whatever you can't attain or
What-
can't get,
yeah,
no.
what works for you works.
Yeah.
So why,
Yeah.
you know, you
Yes.
don't need to be like the Joneses.
No.
What works for
Yes.
you works.
Yes.
You know?
And you be happy with what you have. I know that's another thing, you know. It's because as couples, some couples are just not happy with what they
Yeah.
have. They're not happy with what the Lord has given them. Yes, they're just not happy with because they start looking outside or start comparing themselves to others and they get unhappy. Because if you ask them why you're unhappy, well, because, yes,
But can I just say that if we go back to the biblical principles all the time, in every aspect of your life, go back to the biblical principles, and I guarantee you, we'll be less chaotic, and we will have less pressure, and less people die of hypertension and stroke, right? Because it tells you, if you are faithful over a little, He will give you much.
yes,
Is a word,
yes,
not me say
yes,
that,
yes,
right?
yes.
So if He gives you a little bit now in your marriage, sometimes He has to test us,
Yes.
and He gives you a little, right? And He realizes that, you know what, you really you've done well with the little that I gave you. You've been
now,
faithful
yeah,
with
I can
it,
trust you.
so I can trust you with more.
Yes.
And that's the reason why a lot of persons don't get the abundance in. We're still in the relationship.
Yeah, man. Still
Yeah,
on it.
right? You don't get that abundance in the relationship.
Yes.
Because you have
Yes.
not been faithful to a little bit.
Yes, yes.
So the man that you got, that God gave you at this time, or the woman that He gave you at this time, she's not the 10.
No.
Right? But guess
No.
what? She's halfway there.
Yes.
But if you would work with her,
Yes.
stick with her,
That's
show
it.
her the care
Stick
and the
with her.
attention and work, you will move her from that 5 to a 10 in no time.
In no time. Yes. Yes.
Right? Because I'm sure, Andrew, Nikki, when you guys got married, who you are now, where you are now, you weren't there.
No.
No.
And you
Not at all.
got, right.
Not at all. I was just thinking back just now. Never said this in off script. It is, I remember when we had, started out 1 cup, 1 plate.
That's right.
And sometimes even now we doing anything is just that simple.
1 cup,
Yeah,
1 plate.
yeah,
Of course.
yeah.
Of course.
Even with the abundance, no, you still stick to that.
Yes.
You stick to that. Right? And I think for real, that's where we need to get back to the basics.
To the basics.
Keep it
Yes.
simple.
Yes.
I like that.
I like that too.
Keep it simple.
1 cup, 1 plate. But you see, my husband greedy, when him eating his food, we see, when we're on a court, no problem, Andrew and Nikki, when we're courting and in the first year, we having nice plate of food.
Are you really going to do this on
so
camera?
I could eat out of his plate. I could say, leave some for me. No. No, I can't even say, give me a piece. He say, no, you have your food.
No, back then, right? We'd be dating, so we go to the restaurants and stuff. And I would order what I want, and she would order what she wants. Then, of course, for the half of the night, she's in my plate.
It is true.
Right? No, there's a difference when we're home because we're eating the same thing. So
No, but we say 1 plate, 1 cup.
Yeah.
1 plate, 1 cup.
okay. All right. So from this day forward, 1 plate, 1 cup. We keep it simple. We're taking notes. We're taking notes.
All right, so guys, do you have any questions for us?
So like a lot.
Exactly. I'm like, huh?
No, but I'm really. We learn as we go along.
Yeah.
We learn as we go along, and as you were just asking, we didn't get here overnight, and it wasn't like this when we started.
Mm-hmm.
She will tell you, I'm easygoing, but I'm not easy to deal with sometimes. But over time, we learn how
Present
to
teacher.
each other.
Trust me. I know what you talk about, brother.
Yeah. And we just keep going from day to day, day to day. For the times when she's not here and so forth, nothing really changed because I have to ensure that we do what we need to do.
Yeah.
Now, when she's here, we time would have lapsed in between. We have a million and one things to catch up on, a million and one things to talk about. So, we plan the time. Sometimes we get busy, but then I might be the one most of the times who don't stick to schedule, but she will nudge me and say, remember we have this to talk about. And I try to, just deal with it. So
Yeah.
and it will work. It will work. Because you have your plan. Stick to your plan. It's just like
Exactly.
your exams, and you have things to do. We have our goals. We have our budget. You take your time and go along, and this is where we are.
Yes.
You review. This is where you are. This is what we could have done better, and and we take your time and go along.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So what?
Let's try to keep in our lane and just
Yeah.
focusing on the noise of the market, as you would say, but just do what we need to do and just focus on us. Really.
Yeah.
So that said, you believe that peeping over the neighbor's fence to look on their lives, to see how they're living and how their relationship is flourishing and so on, which I see that as a common theme these days, where everybody tries to match up with the next person. The dog on the bone kind of scenario.
Yes.
Where you have what you have, regardless of the fact that you see something that appears bigger. You have what you have. Your mouth is full, but yet still you want something else, so you drop what you have in your mouth to grab something else. I know I'm going around the bush, but the real question I want to ask is, do you think that relationships these days would thrive without that kind of pressure?
Yeah. Because I would say it's just focusing on, you have a goal, and if you have a goal, you just focus on that goal. If you're trying to divert and go here and if you're trying to do too much things at once,
That's the first thing,
then you're gonna have issues.
And then again, what about what do each individual want for themselves? You set out what you want for yourself.
That's
so
right.
You have your parameters. You have someone else achieve something. Be happy for them.
Yes.
And encourage them along. But why should I want what you have when there is enough for everybody?
Yeah. Yes.
This is where we are. We never got here like overnight. It's
Right.
a process. You don't know the process that the other person.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
That's right.
Then
you take your time.
what worked for somebody else might not necessarily work for you.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Like,
Yes.
working for them, and yes, it's working for them, but you trying it is like
Going to be a failure. Yes.
Yeah, and I think that's why you see we have so many crazy and chaotic relationships, because I'm looking on your relationship and I'm liking what I'm seeing, and I try to attain what you have, but on the flip side, I'm not willing to make the sacrifices that you've made
Exactly.
to reach where you have reached,
Exactly.
because I am not willing to get up at 4 a.m. No, for real.
Call your wife.
I'm not willing to get up at 4 a.m., but I want what you want,
Yes.
what you have.
Yes. Yes.
I want what you have,
Yes.
but I'm not willing to make that extra sacrifice and to allow you to go away for 6-8 months or whatever, right? And then while you're away, to stay faithful and to also keep my side of the bargain, to continue to do my duty.
Yeah. Yes.
While you're away.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Some person, the moment the lady gonna work,
Everything gone.
right? So can you
No
imagine
care,
if you
no
gone
duty.
overseas?
Yes.
Right? So I like you see these are the people I like to talk to.
I mean, real,
You know, real people.
real people.
And
real
and
people.
and the word Andrew keeps using, Nikki use it, simple. They keep it simple. And I think if more persons would try to
Keep it simple.
do that.
Yeah. Don't add any additional pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because pressure doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
And we find that when you pressure either party, you create a very miserable environment. And I'm finding now more than ever that in dealing with different people that people just cannot be satisfied.
Never.
They just can't be satisfied.
Never be satisfied.
And
Never.
the more that you give is the more that they want.
Yeah.
And they ask you, can I have this phone? They didn't ask for anything but the phone. And you hand them the phone. So what, I can't get a case with it?
Right. Yes. And a charger.
And the charger. No,
Yes.
for real.
Yes, it's true. That is true.
You know, and we experience that every single day. Well, I know I experience that. Right? So can you imagine if those persons behave the same way in their marriage?
Yes, unreasonable. Unreasonable. But I like it, guys. I really, really love it. I like the advice you gave us today. I like the tips.
Yeah.
I like, you know, at least letting us into your lives a little bit.
Yeah.
Because 9 years, you know, is not easy, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and you guys made it 9 years, and with some months being apart and still keeping the fire and still keeping together.
Have you
It's
guys
really
ever
good.
calculated how many years apart?
No, but it have been maybe half.
I think you probably should. I think you should. Yeah.
We make it up. We make it up.
Of
You make it,
course.
there you go. That's
Of
it.
course,
That's
of
it.
course.
You know?
But I really, really love it, guys. Really, really love it. And it really seals up the topic tonight. Keeping it together. Keeping it together. We may take this topic to the next talk show and see what another couple has been doing to keep it together. You know, you guys keep it simple, you communicate, and you stick to your duty and responsibility.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, those are 3 important points that you guys brought out tonight. And I know it's going to help somebody. I know it's going to help someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So it's been fun chatting with you guys. It's been fun, and trust me, we have enjoyed the conversation. I hope you have as well. And I do hope that our viewers will enjoy the conversation as well.
Yes.
All right. And once more, we are happy that you were able to come on tonight and to share with us.
Yeah.
Any parting words?
No, just keep it together. Ensure the
Stick-to-itiveness. I'm gonna teach a class on that.
That's what we started out to do, and that's what we're continuing.
That's
yes,
right.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Ensure that you stick together.
Yeah, man.
The bees
Despite
must
it all.
always come back to the honey.
Yes.
Always.
I don't know if you guys were hearing the first part of the conversation before you came in. We were talking about the bees and the honey. That after a while, all the honey stopped flowing, you know. So that stick-to-itiveness is gone. Because you started out, you know, with all this honey.
My honey.
Right? And now the bees is there and
No
all the
honey.
honey gone.
But thank you again, guys, and thank you to all our viewers for tuning in to this first talk show episode in season 2. So again, guys, this is our season 2 talk show series.
Yes.
So we'll be inviting a lot of couples on and some other interesting persons.
Yes.
May not be couples, but other interesting persons coming on.
Yes.
And we're talking about a variety of topics. So stay tuned for season 2 for more of season 2. You don't want to miss it.
And look forward to seeing this couple back again.
Of course. Maybe being in this chair.
Yes. Maybe as host, right?
Yes.
Yes. All the pressure, right? All right, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving us your time.
Yes.
All right. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Have a wonderful night. Bye, everyone.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.